here is the best deal at the moment on a Tesla vehicle. Now that 5.99% is gone, let's talk about the direction. If you're brand new to this, if you're just starting today, which deal should you be going for and targeting? So here it is. 0% financing is dead and gone. Most likely at this point, I do not expect them to bring it back. It's December 20th or maybe even December 21st, depending on when you're watching this. And there's really 11 days, give or take, left in the month. And so unless Tesla does something next Monday or Tuesday, which would be Christmas Eve, or maybe that Thursday, the day after Christmas, I really do not envision them doing any sort of big changes in this last few days. Maybe they open it up again to new orders to get 0%, but I really don't feel like, I think at this point, if you're looking to buy a vehicle, 0% was the best deal. And so really, what's the direction here? And that direction is if you want to beat 5.99% financing, leasing is 1000% the direction that you need to go with on a Model 3 or Model Y. And we'll show you a couple of deals where Model Ys are actually still $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 off. And if you couple it with this, then that could be a great deal. So, and when you're leasing is just a way to finance the depreciation because you only use it for 3 years and then you give it back to Tesla. And now that there's lease buyouts, it's not a pure rental vehicle anymore. So it's kind of like you're paying down equity and you could buy it out if you want to, or you just give it right back to Tesla and then it's their problem. But here's the interest rates on the lease. And 3 or 4 out of 6 of the vehicles, or actually 3 out of the 6 vehicles have a lower interest rate, or actually no, 5, or actually also all of them have a lower interest rate than 5.99%, which is the standard financing term on a Tesla Model 3 or Model Y, S, or even X. And so you'll see, let's start here at the bottom. These are 2025 lease money factor rates, and I was able to get these by going into a local Tesla store, which you could do as well. All the employees have the same payment calculator, and they were able to give me this info on the Tesla Model 3. So Model 3 long range rear-wheel drive 0.163, which is a 3.912 APR. So how you convert these is you take the money factor, which is this crazy number right here, and you times it times 2,400. And keep this in mind, these fluctuate a lot. It could change at any moment. And on top of that, they have fluctuated a lot. These were higher just a few weeks ago, and they've gone down now. So leasing is a much better situation, much better strategy. And on top of that, these are as low as financing or leasing rates. So it could go higher depending on your credit approval, auto loan history, income, and everything, how much down payment. Same thing with the Model 3 long-range all-wheel drive, about a converted 3.91%, which you can see is a much better term than 5.99%. And then we've got the Model 3 Performance, which is a 5.8%, which is a big loophole as well. If you make too much money and you don't qualify for the $7,500, or if you build a Model 3 over that $55K limit, which you basically is any color choice that you go with, that will also push it above that threshold. And so leasing is the way to get that loophole on that $7,500 federal tax credit. Moving to Model Y, it seems like the best deal here, if you look at all of these different models between Model 3 and Model Y, the best deal hands down is going to be the Model Y long range rear wheel drive at a 0.00137 money factor, which is a converted 3.288%. Long range all-wheel drive goes higher, and then performance is the worst at almost 10%, which is mind-boggling, basically the same as, if not worse than, a Tesla Cybertruck money factor, which is almost close to a 10% as well. And so here is the best deal. We'll go through some of the different combinations here and which vehicle should you be getting if you want the lowest interest rate and, of course, the fattest discount. But before we do that, I definitely want to plug and make sure if you're going to be purchasing a Tesla vehicle, don't forget to use a Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description, so you can get that extra $2,000 off of a Tesla vehicle, up to $2,000 off of a Tesla vehicle on a Model 3, Model Y, S, or even X, or even Cybertruck. And thank you to everybody that's used our Tesla referral code in the past. But here's some of the deals. And so you can see right here, Model Y rear-wheel drive is the best deal if you can lease it. Here's one right here with a $4,000 discount, but you actually can't lease it. Here's another one with a $4,000 discount. You actually can't lease this one either. And here is a one with a $3,900 $720 discount, and you can lease this one. So I would say, last week I was saying Model 3 long range all-wheel drive 2024 specifically was the best deal. Now I'm saying Model Y rear-wheel drive, if you can lease it, is going to be your best deal at the moment, especially if you can stack it with a $4,000 inventory discount like this one right here that is eligible for a lease. But if you're looking for the lowest monthly payment for your Tesla, that's where channel partners like TINT comes into play. TINT is an approved Tesla financing partner, can get you the lowest monthly payment for your Tesla. So definitely check out TINT down below in the description and hit the apply button to do a soft and create no obligation check. And they also finance used and new vehicles as well. So definitely check out TINT down below in the description. Thank you to TINT for partnering with us this month in all these different vehicles or all these different videos. But definitely here is some of the best deals. And if you're looking for the better deals, definitely check out our spreadsheet down below in the description where we keep track of all the different ones. And I did a quick scrub to remove some of them because these vehicles are selling fast. You can see Model Y Performance, $4,400 off. That's really the best deal. I mean, there are some Model 3 long ranges like $4,000 to $5,000, but there's like one or two in the whole country. So really not really the best deal there because you can't actually get it. But taking a look at inventory, it's doing well. So it is kind of confusing to me why Tesla enhanced the offer on the Model 3 because it actually is staying relatively low, but maybe they're seeing something that we are not seeing, and maybe Model Y is selling all these different vehicles. Maybe that's giving us some insight for what's to come with maybe Model Y Juniper in the near future. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let us know what your thoughts on it.